Welcome back to Ace Money Matters channel, where we talk about where money matters. And right now, money matters in cryptocurrency. And if you're a true believer in cryptocurrency and its potential, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. And smash that like button. It's free and it's a good way to support the channel. It also helps the YouTube algorithm to promote this content to more people and get the content out there. All right, so I'll just give you guys a brief moment so you can do that. All right, enough of that right now. Let's get right into it. Are we in crypto winter? Should you sell? That's the question. Well, you should sell if you just cannot handle this type of volatility. If you know you can't sleep at night, if you know that it's bothering you and it stresses you out, and if you're YOLOing all your life savings into cryptocurrency, then probably yes, you should sell. But I believe in the true prospect. I'm a true believer in cryptocurrency. I know the full potential of what cryptocurrency lies ahead. Not now, not tomorrow, but in the future. Cryptocurrency has a lot of potential. And on this channel, we don't talk about short-term usage of cryptocurrency. That's why I always, the tips that I recommend to people is that if you're going to cryptocurrency and diving into cryptocurrency, the best one to start off with is the one that is solid projects, the one that is building solid projects, the one that you know that has utility usage, the one that you see that's not going to be here just for tomorrow or a meme stock, the one that is going to change your lives on a day-to-day basis. There's nothing wrong into diving into the blue chip crypto, just as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then go through the top 10 cryptocurrency list and then look through that and see which one has potential and which one the future looks bright. So these volatility to many of the true believers in cryptocurrency doesn't really affect us. You know why? Because we believe in the long-term potential. We're looking long-term in cryptocurrency, not just a quick flip. And during these volatility, this separates the tourists from the true believers. So let's get into it. All these FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubts with the news about Elon Musk saying that he won't be accepting Bitcoin because of environmental purposes, and also a lot of FUD with Binance being investigated for money laundering and tax evasion from people. But that was a misleading article, and also the number one cause of this big dip and drop in prices, where most cryptocurrency is below 50% right now, and Bitcoin has dropped almost 40%, is because of China crackdown on mining and Bitcoin usage, mostly from institutions accepting Bitcoin. Let me tell you something. China, Bitcoin doesn't need China. Bitcoin has no king. China's been cracking down on Bitcoin been saying, they're planning to ban Bitcoin since 2012. Every year there's articles about it, and every year it causes FUD. So the fundamentals of this is that I think this is just some short-term way of shaking many people out of the cryptocurrency to get it, manipulating the cryptocurrency market so that Guess who? Guess who is buying these cryptocurrency at low discounted price? Institutional investors. I know a lot of American institutional investors are buying it, just as MicroStrategy on Wednesday bought almost 240 Bitcoin at a price around $40,000, and I'm sure they're buying more. So what causes this big dip? I just think it's just a lot of people are using leverage. So what happened is that when China announced the statement that they're going to crack down on institutional investors, and now they're saying that they're cracking down on cryptocurrency mining and cryptocurrency trading. But those are just statements. They've been stating these things for years, over a decade right now. And what do we know about China? China banned many things. China has banned Netflix. Does that stop Netflix? Does that stop the demand for Netflix and people using Netflix? Cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is worldwide. If one country bans it, there's another one who accepts it. And the thing is, you can't truly ban Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Yeah, they will limit its usage, but we who know its full potential would always know how to get around that if once we are a true believer in that aspects and the fundamentals of cryptocurrency. I mean, right now Biden is saying that he wants to, tax, like making sure that people report cryptocurrency transaction which is $10,000 or more. So they will just want their tax revenues from cryptocurrency. I don't think the US anytime soon or in the future is looking to ban cryptocurrency trading. There's just too much jobs on the line with this one. It's become too big to fail in my eyes. And we don't need China, because China banned Google, China banned Netflix. I'm sure there's no Uber in China. China has banned many of the greatest innovation of mankind and companies out there. So no, we don't need China for the Bitcoin to be, or for cryptocurrency to have its full potential. Right now, all these cryptocurrency in my eyes is at discounted price, and like many institutional investors, I'll be taking advantage of this, and I will continue to dollar cross average and buy into the dip. These dips look so nice because what is happening is just a lot of FUD, and I believe that once the FUD is over, then we get back on that roller coaster or rocket ship and head to the moon. So it doesn't really bother me. I don't really care. That's why I always recommend, and my tip is to invest in solid projects, not in the next meme coin or the next token that is going to 100x short term. No, I don't do that. I invest in solid projects, because when it's time for the FUD and news article like these, then it looks scary. It really looks scary. But let's get into the institutional Bitcoin buying spiked around Wednesday's crash. Bitcoin outflow from over the counter, which is OTC desk, spiked, signaling deep demand from institutional investors. That's a bullish signal for me long term. So long term, I see Bitcoin not going anywhere in the future. Bitcoin is here to stay, and these institutional investors are buying while us retail investors are fleeing and selling. But it's not really much about selling. It's just that there's a lot of leverage, high leverage that's in the game, and they get margin calls and they get liquidated. So what you need to know is that, so the whales sell so that they don't get margin calls. Then you have the more experienced or above average people who get margin calls so that they don't get liquidated, and then the average and below average people, they end up get liquidating. And then people who are new to crypto, they started being fearful, and what happens is that they started selling at a loss. So is what happened is a domino effect. Blockchain data shows large investors remain confident of Bitcoin's long-term prospects and continue to accumulate coins on the dip. So there's a lot of accumulation going on. Struggling off concerns about negative environmental impacts of cryptocurrency mining, which is exaggerated. Wallets linked with over-the-counter DEX registered an outflow of 10,292 Bitcoin on Wednesday. That is almost 400 million Bitcoin being bought. That's Bitcoin is worth 400 million or even more, depending on the price of Bitcoin during that time. Bitcoin tanked from 43,000 to nearly 30,000. That was the largest single day outflow from OTC address in 3.5 months. So Bitcoin outflow is really high. There is less and less Bitcoin being on exchange. So what does that signal to you? There's something going on. So I think there's a lot of manipulation going on in the market as well. All these news, all these FUD, they are just trying to manipulate the market so that they can buy it on the low. They're trying to shake out a lot of people, and also a lot of leverage. People need to understand, when the price goes up so much and drops so much, is because people are because Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is an unregulated market. So there's a lot of high leverage individuals in the game. So when persons have $5,000, they're leveraging $50,000. When people have 50,000, they're leveraging $500,000, sometimes millions of dollars, depending on the exchange and how much leverage that they can take. So high leverage spike the price of Bitcoin up, and also when it's like time to sell, they short the price with high leverage. So that's where a lot of the manipulation or the price volatility plays into crypto, because there's just so much leverage in the game. Institutions or large investors typically make investment through OTC DEX to avoid influencing asset price on exchanges. So yeah, that's why even though they're buying the cryptocurrency at such high demand, that's why you're not seeing the price goes up as well, because they're buying over the counter. Because they're buying over the counter, the price is not really influenced or does not mark into the market. It's basically buying cryptocurrency off the market, off an exchange, so that the price is not influenced. So that's another way how they can get it at a cheap discount rate without making the price go up and having to buy at a higher price. So that's how they benefit from buying cryptocurrency over the counter. Once again, there is strong institutional demand, Glassnode founder Jan Happel. And as I said, because they're buying over the counter, they buy when the price is very low. But on exchanges that uses high leverage to trade cryptocurrency, that's when you see the cryptocurrency spike up in demand and cause so much volatility. And then when there's a huge sell-off on the exchange, then that's when you see the price dip so far down, because the high leverage that they have, they're selling and getting liquidated, which make the price go down quickly. So it's just all a part of the game. Alright, let's get into China now. So Bitcoin price falls after China calls for crackdown on Bitcoin mining and trading behavior. They called for crackdown, but there hasn't been any Bitcoin banned. Bitcoin price tumbled Friday following an intensified call from Chinese authorities to crack down on mining and trading of cryptocurrency. Chinese Vice Premier Liu He and the State Council said in a statement that tighter regulation is needed to protect financial system. The statement, I don't believe that. I do believe that it needs to be regulated somewhat, but tight regulation, no, that's too much. You don't need tight regulation to regulate the market. We need, people are calling for regulation from government officials so that a lot of these manipulation go away, but I feel like when they get into the market and regulate it or over-regulate the market, then they have more control. Because even I think Hong Kong is banning or want to stop retail investors, person who don't have cash or net worth of $1 million from trading cryptocurrency. That's so unfair. That's what I'm talking about, unfair regulation and over-regulating the market. You're trying to get the little man or the average person from making these gains. It's just they want the elites to maintain their wealth, and they're realizing a lot of average or retail investors are making a lot of money from cryptocurrency, and that's where it starts. They want to stop this. Bitcoin price on Coinmetrics slid more than 8.5% as news of statement circulated, part of the broader plunge that has seen the digital currency tumble more than 40% from its peak. Other cryptos suffered huge losses, and that's why I always say when Bitcoin tumbles, that's why Bitcoin is still big bad king. When Bitcoin tumbles, every other crypto or digital asset class follows and even dips further than Bitcoin. So if you're getting your feet wet, if you haven't bought cryptocurrency, always best to start off with Bitcoin. And if you build some funds or some money or some net worth into cryptocurrency, and if you just can't manage the volatility in cryptocurrency, it's just not for you. You can't sleep at night because cryptocurrency is a 24/7 market. And then just like Wednesday, a lot of people wake up to this blood in the streets game and they started panic selling, and we don't really need a lot of that in the cryptocurrency. And manipulation, let me point something out to you why there's a lot of manipulation. So let me see here. Let me talk about some manipulation that's going on here. This is some wild conspiracy right here. And this article was just before the big dump, I think, on Tuesday, before the big announcement. The announcement was sometime on Tuesday night, and then it went into Wednesday early morning, where everybody have a huge sell-off. So listen to this. Hey guys, insider here. For those of you that are not busy moo boo boo larping and paying attention, there will be another announcement from China soon. Picture is semi-related. Can't tell you guys what firm I work for, but it's massive and it's working with the PRC. The purpose of today's press release, alongside all the FUD posting, is to get Bitcoin as low as it can get before 7 a.m. First, there will be a coordinated sell-off to drop the price below a certain threshold and liquidate it. One certain stakeholder can't outright say who he is, but he bought a lot at the dip that he was partly responsible for. Once liquidated, the plan is then to buy up all the reserves and potential leaving bankrupt. If you guys want to get rich, grab some coffee and watch for the dip. Once it happens, things are going to get green really fast. We project 70k, that's all. And guys, this is some weird conspiracy. So this sell-off could be a coordinated plan to shake out a lot of high leverage people out the game, shake out a lot of gamblers out the game. But the future Bitcoiners are the people who really believe in the potential of cryptocurrency. We know what it is, as we said. It's not here for the short term, but the people who are here long term are the real winners in this game. China would recycle used white guys. So as corporations try to make their ranks more ethically representative, a lot of experienced white and older males would find themselves without a job. Chinese companies know this and will try to hire them. Wow. So, cryptocurrency market, because it's so unregulated, there's a lot of manipulation or old school tactics that these guys who were in like finances know how to manipulate the market. They've been in the game before, they've seen it. Just before there was a lot of regulation in the financial institution, I know it's because it's so regulated, they can't use certain techniques or tactics anymore. So this is a perfect opportunity to use old school playbooks and bring old school tactics to shake a lot of people and make a huge profit off the cryptocurrency market. I'm just ending the video right here, guys, and if you haven't subscribed, I just would like for you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys get a lot of information from this video. There's a lot of manipulation. Just be safe, be careful, trade responsible. Don't be YOLOing into the next meme coin. Pick good projects out there and keep it for the long term. That's where you'll see most of your gains, and these are good opportunities to buy dollar cost average and buy some of your good projects that you see have huge potential in the future. So right now all I have to say is ace out.